The hero has finally arrived, and how? Hero is one India brand which never forgets to surprise us with something new each and every time. Now, going by the last decade, they seemed quite hesitant when it came to bike upwards of 100 cc's. They have experimented, no doubt, with some 200cc bikes, some 100cc bikes, but those experiments were definitely not successful ones. But they have something amazing for us in store in form of none other than Xtreme 160R. This bike was prototyped and displayed first in EICMA 2019 as Hero 1R. Kudos to heroes that they have achieved to get something out of concept level and into production in just a span of few months. Yes, it is certain that not every feature that was present on 1R has made it to the production, but bearing the cost of this bike in mind, those were some necessary sacrifices. When we first take a look at this bike, what we notice is this aggressively set headlamp, which is an LED cluster by the way, and it will definitely turn your head around just by looking at it. I don't have access to get this bike on the road, so I can't tell right now what the performance in the real world or in a dark scenario will look like. But that's the story for another video. Coming to heart of any motorcycle, the engine. Now this is 163cc air-cooled power plant producing 15 bhp and 14 Newton meter of peak torque. Now comparing this figure with some other bikes that are already on the road, especially with TVS Apache 160, as that is going to be Hero's most close rival. It falls behind in terms of power output with Apache, but not by that much. And whenever you compare the weights between these two bikes, Xtreme is just 138 kgs. I don't know how they have managed to fit everything on that bike in just 138 kgs. You can notice moving around this bike is that every light in this bike is an LED unit, including the indicators as well, and the tail lamp, which when glows into an X shape, maybe indicating that X factor which Hero was missing on the previous bikes. When talking about comforts, Xtreme 160R does come with a plush seat for the rider, but for the pillion it is a whole different story. As the pillion seats tends to be on a bit harder side, it won't be an issue when you are in city limits, but if you want to chuck those long hours on highway cruising using this bike, your pillion is going to have a very sore bum at the end of it. Suspension setup on this bike has a telescopic fork at the front and a 7-level rider adjustable monoshock at the rear. A bike at this price range having an adjustable, and that to 7-level adjustable suspension, I think they have nailed it in terms of the setup. Coming to the instrument cluster and LED panel, it seems to be quite a basic one. Now we do get an hazard indicator on this bike, but that's more of a feature than something you will need in your day-to-day life. And talking about the instrument cluster itself, the cluster is quite basic but crisp and clear. You can see the information no matter what kind of light you are riding in, be it a day, be it a night, anything. But still, I feel that Hero could have added a range indicator on the cluster, and that would have just made it. This bike comes in two models. One is a basic model which comes with just a front disc brake, and other comes with both disc brakes. So this bike does come with ABS. So the basic or entry level model is with single channel ABS and the top model is with dual channel ABS. Now, when talking about price, the basic model has on-road price of 1,03,000 and the top model will cost you around 1,05,000. That is ex-showroom price. And now two most asked question, कितना देती है? Now these are Hero figures and I haven't got a chance to test those figures, but this bike does give you around 50-51 in the city and 47 to 48 on the highways. So all in all, Hero had made this amazing package of a bike, and boy have they nailed it.